Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly and today I am super excited because I bought Kaleidos. I have never bought from Kaleidos because it does ship internationally and you have to spend a certain amount to get, you know, free shipping, and I had the hardest time forever. I've been looking at some of these products. I finally pulled the trigger. I finally ordered it. I finally received it in because it is shipping internationally and I'm so excited. I actually bought 2 palettes and 2 lip products. One of the palettes, when I first saw it come out, I was like, oh my gosh, I want that so badly. And then I think it sold out and they had to restock it. So I think that these 4 products was like close to $100 if I recall. So let's take a look at what I got. So the first one in here, this is the one that I really have been I saw everybody play with this last year and I was like, oh, I want it. And then I couldn't get it. But this is how cute is this packaging, right? I just kind of unfolded it here. This is the palette. This is the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette. It does have this reflective circle or reflective cover with some artwork on it. It's very, very beautiful. It looks like the perfect like backyard oasis if you like a jaguar and a snake and a horse. Here's something that I didn't realize right away. This does come off, so you do have a mirror that comes off completely. It doesn't look like it sticks to the back, so it's either on or it's off. This is the palette and it is really, really beautiful and really scary and really intimidating. I had a hard time committing to this because I wasn't sure it had enough neutral mattes that would give me what I need for an everyday look. This is your fun, special summertime palette. This is not your, to me anyway, I don't work in a creative environment. That's not my everyday friendly palette. This is the other palette I got. This one's called the Escape Pod. And this is crazy. This is so bright and bold and colorful. It does have a mirror in it. Let me pull off this protective thing. This is nice. This is like actually, whoever really pays attention to the details in these protective sleeves, but this is like a thicker plastic. And then this is the eyeshadow palette, and I have been incorporating so much orange and green into my wardrobe as the weather's starting to get warmer. And this is bold and bright and really repeatable. Let me get a little closer here. Let's see if the shades will adjust. There you go. This can kind of show you a little bit more of what those shades are. You do have a couple like super, super dark shades, one kind of bone shade, which will help kind of blend things out. But this has, you know, some neutrals and some really crazy pops of color and 6 shimmers. They're almost like a pressed glitter, but not really. They're a pressed shimmer. We'll have to see what the formula is. I've never used Kaleidos formulas before, their products at all. Okay, and while I was, how does this close? Oh, it got stuck here, hold on. This is just really beautiful. This is a thicker clamshell kind of case than I think what we're used to. Does it say anything interesting on it here? Ultra pigmented, highly blendable, multi-chromatic, an instant escape to the most sublime realms of your imagination. Includes 4 sparkly duochromes, 1 sparkling shimmer shade, 1 metallic shade, and 9 highly pigmented mattes. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Okay, and then the Flower Punk, what does this say here? So the Flower Punk palette says ultra pigmented, highly blendable, exceptional payoff, includes 2 sparkling duochromes, 1 metallic, and 6 highly pigmented mattes. Sounds like the perfect combination for me. So I have these 2. I'm a little scared of both of them because they are so far out of my comfort zone. And then I also picked up 2 of the lip products. These are like the cloud, what are they called? Cloud clays or Kaleidos Cloud Lap Lip Clay. And I got it in, I got Adobe and I got Bear. So I think one of these is a little bit more, one on the orangey side. Let's just see. Let's just swatch these. I don't have anything on my lips right now. And then I'm not really quite sure which direction I'm gonna go into. So I think I wanna use one of these palettes right now. Maybe we'll do a couple looks with it. And then let me know if you want me to come back and do a Lady of a Certain Age version of these other crazy, beautiful, highly pigmented, so far out of my comfort zone. Okay, this is the Adobe one. This is just beautiful. Okay, you guys, I can tell you the quality feels really beautiful, even though I was scared to place this order and I held off for so long on it. That's beautiful. That's a little bit of a warmer matte. Looks super pretty. And then this one is the one that's bare. Let's just take a look at this too. So excited about this. Okay, very beautiful purple And the shade, oh yeah, that's kind of like your nudie rose color. Wow, both of those are absolutely stunning. I am so glad to have these. I'm excited to play with the formula because, you know, I'm a little scared sometimes of trying new things, but those actually look really, really beautiful. So I'm excited to have those. Those are going to be, I can already tell you they're going to be slam dunks. I need to put some little lip mask on my mouth here because I don't know which one I want to use yet. Maybe we'll use both. I had some other makeup on earlier, wiped it off. And whether that's eyelids or lips, I end up being very dry and parched at the end of that. So we'll kind of keep things going here. So this is the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette. Everybody in their relatives did videos with this, but I didn't. And I didn't have it, and I'm mesmerized by this. But I think this is one of those palettes where you can really kind of do like jarring color combinations and it'd be really beautiful. I really want to do something with these greens. I really want to do something with these pinks in here. And these are just fascinating to me. These kind of like seafoam, you've got a matte and then you've got a shimmer, these seafoam colors down here. It's so nice only having like 3 sparkly bits. Everything else is very much a matte. You have 2 super dark shades down here. This olive green and then this mauve-y color right here. Then you've got 3 kind of lighter, well, you've got these 2 like pastel-y shades. And these 2 are just interesting, fascinating. So I think I'm going to end up doing 3 looks. Can we do 3 looks of this palette? Let's do 3 looks. Let's just see what we can come up with. See if there are actually color stories that we would leave the house in. Give me just a minute. I'm gonna, actually, let's scoot you in. I think that's close enough, right? Okay. This feels heavy. This feels like a heavy quality palette. I gotta do the greens first. And we're gonna go in with this color right here. I don't even know what color to call it. It has a name. Let me tell you the name. It's called Golden Age. So it's almost looks like a mustardy yellow, maybe. We're gonna start with that over here. Kind of, wouldn't even call it like pea green, but it is more of a yellow. And I'm trying to remember if I put on an eyelid primer. I might have. If I did, I used the ColourPop one. If I didn't, I apologize. There was another Kaleidos palette that I think that sold out and they never brought it back. Do you guys know which one I'm talking about? Was it Club Nebula? Did Club Nebula, was that a Kaleidos palette? Yeah. That was Kaleidos and not Odin's Eye, right? So that was Angelica Nyquist. I don't know how to say her name. Angelica and Angelica. Sorry, I don't speak Swedish. I actually am part Swedish. Not that that makes a difference. Okay. Yeah, that color ended up being significantly more wearable than I thought, but it is a little jarring. We're gonna take this shade called Earthship down here. This is kind of like that OD green. I'm gonna keep that a little lower, I think. Yeah, that almost seems like it's the perfect shade for any look with this palette, that you can really kind of buff something out, smoke it out, ground. Now, my eyeballs were leaking here, so now my brush is wet. Yeah, I really like that shade, actually. I do have a little bit of patchiness, but I suspect it might be because my eye's a little watery right now. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with the watery eye and not the actual eyeshadow. However, there's quite a bit of kick up in the pan. So it feels like it's maybe a little drier formula. I'm gonna switch out my brushes too and just see if I can't get the mattes to perform a little bit differently with different shades. I gotta use this bright kind of neon acid green here, and I'm just gonna, the rest of my movable lid, bump it up and blend it into that darker. This is definitely one of those colors. I feel like you have to be in a mood to be able to rock this violent, I call it violent, but it's like a neon. It's a beautiful color. And it's significantly more wearable than I thought it was gonna be. I actually really like it. But yeah, you gotta be in a mood to be able to feel comfortable wearing that. Let me go back into, I think that brush is too dirty now. Let me go back into that yellow. I'm gonna grab a little bit more of this Golden Age shade right here. Yeah, I think this is actually surprisingly beautiful. Let's grab a little bit of the shimmer. I'm gonna dust a little bit off of my hand because I feel like it got a little chunky. This shimmer feels a little drier than, say, a ColourPop shimmer, but the payoff is beautiful. Yeah, I think that is super pretty. I'm gonna go back into that darker shade out here and just kind of build it up a little bit more. Yeah, that is such a great, like, grungy green look. Let me get a little mascara and eyeliner on, and I will be right back. I don't love this mascara. I gotta stop probably using it. I need to actually move it out of here because it's driving me crazy. But that's the first look I did with the Kaleidos Flower Punk I use the greens, right? You saw me do it. And I think it's actually really pretty. I feel like I didn't go in quite far enough with that eyeliner. There we go. That fixed a little bit better. I didn't put any down below, but I need to, huh? Let's do, I think we're going to start with that gold color. Let's just drag that down here. We don't want to look jaundiced, right? And because I already have mascara on the bottom, I am just kind of smearing that around a little bit. But yeah, I think I would do that. I need to clean up some of the dark circles, but as far as like a kind of fun, edgy, that's almost like a date night look actually with that bright green, because you don't even really notice it so much until you blink. And then it's like, wow, you really have that beautiful shimmer in here that is just stunning. Let's jump over and do something with these pinks. So that was 4 shades. We're gonna do something with these colors right here. It's gonna be pretty basic and pretty easy. I'm not doing anything too creative, and you guys gotta know why. I prefer a monochromatic eye look. Is this that same, so I've got multiples of the same Morphe brush that I don't really care for. So we're gonna switch to this one. Yeah, that one's gonna be better. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the pink up here, and I just got it all over the package. Yay for that. Okay, I don't really like pastels normally, but that's actually really pretty. Wow, there's so much kick up. Even just touching it, I can see like the cloud of kick up coming up off of it. Yeah, that's a pretty shade. I'm gonna take it down a little bit further too. This goes against my whole, I don't like pastels, but sometimes you get a pastel, and as long as it's being used in the right way, it's actually really pretty. Okay, we're taking this kind of more of a matte mauve. Gosh, do you guys see all that kick up? We're gonna build this up down here. All right, you guys, so tell me, have you used Kaleidos? Do you love Kaleidos? Do you have either of these palettes that I picked up? Okay, this darker matte, I think is going on more subtle than I thought it would, but that actually makes for a very nice daytime look. Not everything has to be super pigmented. I'm just gonna keep building it up a little bit more here so I can get that shape that I want. Yeah, so I ended up taking that way higher than I thought I was. I just cleaned up my brush. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more of the lighter color, kind of trim that up a little. Yeah, lots of kick up with this, especially the mattes that I'm noticing. And the shimmers, let's just take this one right here. This is the pink one. Oh my gosh, this is definitely a multi-chrome shade. Wow, and it's super pretty. All right, I really like the way these are looking together. These shimmers are gorgeous. I think when you first put your finger in and then you're like, okay, are these dry? Are they, you know, are they too chunky? What's going on with them? But then they apply beautifully. All right, let me do a little cleanup, and yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and what a delight this palette is, you guys. So I have this kind of, you know, pink, pretty daytime look. I was so worried about it being too muted when I first started, but by the time I put on a little bit of black eyeliner, I did use a little plum eyeliner down below, and a quick coat of mascara, and I love it. And I love the green too, so I don't even know which one I like better. I'm terrified to use these last 2 shades, but I've got to use that in a look along with one other one, I'm sure. We're gonna do it. But I'm thrilled right now. I would wear either of these. This one probably a little bit more on a day-to-day because I think it's a little bit more normal looking. This one is gonna be probably more of a fun, saucy date night look, and I like both of them. So I'm gonna take this off really fast and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, we're cleaned up. I do have some eyelid primer on this time, so I did that. I didn't try on the lip line or the lipsticks, you guys. I completely spaced it. So I'm gonna put on the Adobe one right now. I do have a lip liner on, but this is the kind of warmer of the 2 shades, and I wish I would have put it on with the eye looks. The last one, but we're gonna just roll with this right now. I will take this off here. I just want to give it a chance to dry down and see if it actually does dry down in any kind of like clay-like formula. I don't know that it will, but we're gonna try. Okay, you guys, I've got a flat brush here. I'm gonna grab this matte on the end. This is the one that I said was super scary to me because it is so bright. It's called Mint Fever. And it's usually the pastel that I kind of avoid because I don't really do anything too baby blue. When I did my video with the e.l.f. Mint to Be palette, these kind of light colored pastel minty green shades were very much an accent color for me. I did do a video last summer, I think it was last summer or last spring, where I was pairing a lot of corals and mints together. But it wasn't just those two shades. It was always like another one. And I grabbed a bunch of different palettes and we went through several different iterations and versions of it. Some of them kind of more like a nod at it and not necessarily like a literal description of mint and coral. If that makes sense. But the kind of greens and orange, just a different way that I'm doing greens and orange this year. All right, I'm taking that minty color down below too. And it does have a little bit more of a richness to it. It is not a chalky pastel. It's a different color though. It's definitely a different color. I feel like I got a little bit of patchiness right here, but it seems to have repaired itself by just layering a little bit more on it. All right, I didn't go over I didn't go over my entire eyelid with it, but I'm just trying to buff out that little bit right here. But that's a lot of it, and it is not a color I would wear out of the house just like that. Let's try this shimmer. It has the same quality to touch as the other ones that I tried earlier, and just like the other ones earlier, it is so beautiful on the eye. Yeah, these Kaleidos shimmers in this palette are really stunning, and I like them even more because you only have 3. You don't have like a crazy amount that, you know, you're trying to figure out how to use all of them. It is just really a beautiful, beautiful quality to them once you get them on your eye. That fallout from my fat fingers is annoying. I'm gonna try to clean it up a little bit with my concealer brush. Actually, I'm gonna grab a clean fluffy brush and I'm just gonna kind of buff that up here at the top. Juvia's Place did a mint palette and I didn't buy it because I was afraid it was gonna look like this. But I actually am liking this more than I thought I would. I feel like I got a little patchy with the... I wonder what this would be like with a damp flat brush. Let's try that on the other eye, shall we? Do I have a flat brush in here? Yeah, I've got a flat brush. I'm going to take a little bit of the MAC Fix Plus just on the brush, and we're going to go into that shimmer that it's called Hollow Cove. Okay, that didn't work very well. I was wondering if I pressed it on with a damp brush. What I should have probably done is loaded up the brush first and then sprayed it. I was just trying to see if this would control it a little bit more, placement of it. It is a beautiful shade. It really is really stunning. The lighter green though is not my favorite. It's prettier than I thought it was going to be. It's definitely more of a richer seafoam than what I was worried it was going to be, just kind of like chalk. My eyes are a little red right now. I apologize for that. We need a darker color on the outside, right? Because we've got to give it a little bit more dimension than what I'm currently getting here. So let's grab, I'm actually going to take this dark green down here at the bottom. I was going to do the more plummy color, but oh, there's so much kick up. But I'm wondering what this will look like over the top of it. Okay, that grounded that and made it a little grungier, and I love it. Wow, that made such a huge difference. Okay, I wouldn't have thought to put an olive green and a mint green together, but I am so happy I did that. What a strange combination of colors. I don't know if I'm really getting punk out of it. Punk in the sense that they're acid colors, maybe? Acid trip. That is so much better than how it originally started. Okay, so I'm going to do a little cleanup underneath, then a little cleanup and a little mascara. So give me just a second as I keep playing with these colors here. Give me just a second, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. This feels all kinds of summer, just fun, tan, beautifulness. And it's not the right time of year for me to be doing these kind of pastels. It is something I am gonna probably reach for quite a bit this summer. I did add a little bit of black liquid liner on the top, and then I grabbed this MAC eyeliner in the shade Minted for a little bit down below. It's stunning. It's eye-catching. It's different. I felt like I struggled a little bit with the patchiness and the mattes. I'm going to be completely honest. And now I feel like I've got a crumbly mess here too. I feel like, and now I've kind of messed this up. It's a little bit dirty now. The mattes in here, especially the darker ones, I felt got a little patchy for me. But at the end of the day, it all came together. And I'm so glad I took the risk on taking this olive green on top of this matte, because I do think it is very unexpected. It's different. I think a lot of people might try to do like the purples and the greens together because they're sitting here side by side. I think this combination is actually, I mean, it looks pretty in the mirror. I don't know what else it'll look like in the monitor. The lip didn't really dry down like a full matte. It looks matte on the lips. It actually reminds me a lot of the ColourPop blotted, is that what they're called? The blotted lips from ColourPop. I'm going to take this one off here a little bit. Anyway, just have some micellar water. So that was the Adobe one. This is the one that's called Bear. Let's try this. Actually, do I need a lip liner? Yeah, I need a lip liner. I don't know how this is going to work. I'm going to grab just like this Morphe Sweet Tea lip liner really fast. Yeah, and I think doing a brown lip with these minty eyes would be what I would do here. So this is the Bear Lip Cloud. So it's Cloud Lip Clay something. Really pretty, you guys. The eyes are just, they're crazy, right? That's date night. This is not an eyeshadow look that I would wear to work. I work in a corporate environment. It's really just not gonna fly for work. But for something fun, okay, I get it. I'm glad I got this. I'm glad I added it to my collection. The colors are a little out there, right? They're not for everybody, but I felt like all three looks had their pluses. You know, I really, really like the purple pink kind of combination. It was simple and I felt really pretty in it. The first one I did with the greens was, if I'm going to do greens, I'm going to do grungy greens. So it went right into my wheelhouse. I'm thrilled I put that together as a look and I found those combinations. And even though that acid green, that bright neon green, I thought was fantastic. This, you guys didn't tell me I had stuff in my teeth. This one's a little out there for me. This is definitely when I want to get attention, I might do an eye look like this. It looks beautiful in the mirror. Let me know what you guys think about all three of these looks. Did you pick up this palette? Were you interested in this palette? The palette itself wasn't that expensive. I think it was relatively well priced for what you get. I just had to make sure I was buying enough and that I was going to get enough out of what I was purchasing to justify the purchase and to get over that shipping hump. Anyway, you guys, I hope you guys are doing really well. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this long. I do like these lips. Do you like the lips? I think I like the Bear one slightly better than the Adobe one, just on me. I think that Sweet Tea lip liner helped quite a bit. I don't know that this is the right blush to wear with it though. I hope you guys are doing really well. I hope you guys stick around. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Click the like button if you're feeling generous. That means the world to me. That lets me know you guys are along for the ride and you like the content. And 3 looks with 1 palette is kind of a lot of what I do, but I also want to, you know, find out, can we as ladies of a certain age get use out of some of the products, or is it only good on the 20-something Instagram models? TikTok stars now, I guess that's more of anything else. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.